All right, we are in the League of Leagues 9-hole cup. We're in the final round. I'm in my 77 account. We're in. We'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. I think in my qualifying round, there was a 15 at the top. There was a couple of us, 2 or 3 of us at 14, and it took a 13 to make it. So we will see. I'm gonna have to pick up. Man, it's a tough course. So we will see what happens at the top. It's gonna be tight up at the top. Tight. Man, hole number 1. Hole number 1. What is hole number 1? Now, there's a frickin' sign. Where is that sign? It's right here. And of course, if you're coming down and you're trying to get over the deal, that sign is right in your way. I think they should commit with the signs, and that they should put signs out in these areas. They should have put a sign right there so that it would impact that, and put a sign right here so that if we were trying to bring it over this way and it packs it. I mean, they didn't really. I think somebody thought about it when they put the signs out, and they were obviously intent because they put signs in areas where we would do bounce overs like that. But they should fully commit, and we should just have them out on the course. I mean, come on. All right, what am I going to take here? I'm going to take, well, first of all, I suppose before we get excited about what shot we're going to take, we should probably see if the wind is conducive. There we go. That will work. APOC. Power 5 ball. 1 times. I'm looking at my notes here. The other day I put on max minus about 1.5 topspin. I need to set my shot up a little bit more to the right, and if I set it up a little teeny bit more to the right, when you're coming down through this area, I was trying to get my bounce here and trying to bleed out over here, but if I look to the right, there's fairway, and I don't want to get that bounce on the fairway, so I might take off 2 topspin and try and clip it right there just to bleed out. I mean, this right here is fine because we can't go straight at the cup because of the fucking sign that's out there. How ridiculous is that? I mean, just step back and act like you're not playing the game and somebody took you out here, and just think about how ridiculous that is. Crazy. All right, hold on. Hold on. All right. Nature called. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. All right, here we go. Here we go. El Jarmilo. Hey Milo. Is that El Jarmilo? Let's see where they're going. I know I'm not a fan of leaving myself. There we go. Where exactly are you going? All right, there we go. I am still trying to figure out exactly where they're going. Nice. Not so nice. All right. Here, 4.1 divided by 1.2. Is that right? 1.2. It's 3.75. If I can get lined up with the wind. There's 3. I should have put that wind back on and I didn't. I screwed that up. I'm going to clip. I needed to be a little bit more to the right. And I needed to push a little bit of that wind back in. I was going to my goal was to push one ring back in, but I forgot. Okay, we got a great shot from here. All I got to do is hit it perfect. All I got to do is hit it perfect. Shit, I have a hard time hitting it perfect when the needle's not going fast. There's a beautiful rough bump there. I'm not sure with your Nirvana if you got enough topspin, but you might. Maybe. Man, that was close. Close. I'm not right there close. I'm talking close on the first bounce. Spitfire. All right. That was not perfect. That was several rings away from perfect. All right. Can't blame anybody but myself. I didn't set the shot up, the drive up right. Dang it. We got a great opportunity on this hole too. There's a lot of tough holes on this that are hard to pick up shots, and so you gotta maximize, and I did not. Did not. Perfect. Here we go. Okay, what are we on? We're on hole number 2, par 3. Par 3. What is? Let me look at it just to make sure I'm thinking of the right hole. That is the right hole. Sniper. I'm gonna do the bounce over and bring it over, and I'm gonna use a katana, a sniper, and a cat. You could probably do it with the quasar, maybe. And the side spin really helps on this hole because where you're coming out from here, your second bounce is real close, but if you can bring a bigger side spin ball, you can set up more to the right and then bring it back around. Let me think. I have no idea. Sniper? Any bag with a sniper? Any bag? Any bag? And a katana. $1.25 times. All right, here we go. Do do do. I played this whole 2 different ways this weekend. We will see. 3.5. Divided by 1.2. 3.5. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if we can just get close. Oh, that first bounce was close. Not quite enough. I would have been, my trajectory was slightly off. I would have smoked the cap. I did a 20% there, but where I was at should have been, if I'd have did a 25, it'd have been 3.64. That might have been better. And I was at minimum club. The reason I did 3.5 is I was doing a 20% and I was at minimum club, so it's 1.2, so those balanced each other out. So I just did the wind. That might be in. That is in. Nice. Nice. Nice, my friend. Nice. Good luck in the tournament. They're obviously doing better than me because they've already picked one up. Hole number 3. Hole number 3. What do I got mine? Oh, yeah. All right, I'm taking my QB. Which way's the wind blowing? The wind's blowing right. I'm taking that bag right there, and I'm taking I'll take a Kingmaker. Helps to have a little bit of spin on the drive. .1 times. I'm going to do 10% on the drive, so 10% times the wind divided by 1. Could probably do that math in our head. Three and a quarter topspin. Perfect. See if they can get in front of that sign. Man, just a little bit more distance, dude, and you would have been able to block your shot with the sign. No better place to put it than out on the course, right where we're shooting. Three and a quarter. We better just do 3. I'm going to do a 2-ring pull. Hitting it perfect. Now it's all about the slide. When it gets down there at the end, it can slide off. And if it catches the slide and gets going, I got a little bit better. Almost. If I'd have been a little more to the right, that sign could have been in my way. I, too, could have been blocked by the sign. You know, one of the things I love about being a consumer is that if you have a company that's treating you bad, you can go someplace else. And any company that's supporting Playdemic by advertising on the signs that are on the course, as a consumer, I get to choose. They're trying to ruin the game experience for customers, for their customer base. So who do we not have to go buy stuff from in the future? 1.1 times 2.5. divided by, where am I at? Max. 275. I don't know who's advertising on those signs. The graphic quality is so crappy. Damn it. 275. Jeez, I'm gonna run out of time. Timeout. 75 rings off. Made a bad pull. Couldn't find the spot. Anything else could have gone wrong on that? I think so. I think so. Man, I got up, I barely had a cup of coffee and I started playing, so maybe I should have waited until this afternoon when I was fully awake. I qualified a pro account because Dale Appleby and I were going to try and hook up and play. We couldn't make it happen last night, but I did qualify the account and we might play today. I've been trying to get a hold of Dunner to see if we can play, but he won't call me back. He got into it with some people in the clan. I have no idea what this, I have no idea. I didn't look to see what the deal was. I tried to talk to him about it, but he won't call me back. I love you, Dunner. Come on, man. All right. What do we have? Hole number 4. I'm going to go. Let's see here. I'm bringing a Guardian, and I had found a ball that I'm going to bring, and I'm going to try that ball right there. That ball right there, right there. What do we do into the cup? 1.3 times whatever the wind is, wherever I'm at in my club. Christopher. I always like the letter K. It's not my favorite letter, but Z would be my favorite letter. Max. .4 divided by 1. 312. Hitting it perfect. That is the way to go. That is the way to go at it. You could work that spot out. That's the first time I've taken that shot this week, but you could work that spot out. There is a, I got a shot there, and you're in front of the sand, so like you'd really have to screw up in order to get into the sand. I did a 30% there, but from where it came through, it obviously, that little teeny wind right there pushed it off. Maybe a 40 or a 50. This is the thing about that weekend, right? Or these 9-hole cups is you really got to pay it. You really have. This is one of the many reasons why you should record your own videos so that you can work your notes out, because we have so little time out here. I'm sure they go through a lot of practice tokens. Playdemic is really happy about the practice token deal. One more way they can dick around with their customer base, like we can't just go buy practice tokens. We have to buy things that sometimes give us practice tokens. I had 2 things running the other day. I only had 1 practice token. I had 2 things running, and I still had to go watch the stupid video twice in 9 holes because it wasn't giving me practice tokens. Which begs the question, why do we buy the shit if you're not going to give us the stuff we paid for? Why? Because Playdemic doesn't care about us. That's why. All right. I am gonna hit all the way down to the bottom, and I'm gonna just try and lay it up right here in front so that I can have a short little chip and just get my eagle. And I'm gonna get this miraculous stuff done with an APOC and a Zerk. APOC, and I want to make sure I bring a Cataclysm and a Berserker. All right, here we go. I'm pulling back to the plus 13 mark, 5 top spin, plus 10 on the drive. Times the wind divided by 1.2. Five top spin, plus 13 mark. I think it's 5 top spin, 2 left-hand side spin. Pull back to the plus 13 mark. I go first. 5 top spin. There's 3, 4, 5. 5 top spin. Max side spin. Plus 13 mark. .4. I'm going to do 3.2 rings. There's 3, 2. Hitting it perfect. Now it's all about distance. I was super close the other day. That's why I put that little, I was leaning just a little teeny bit to the left to stay away from that corner there, because I was down close to the end, just like I am right there. There's not a lot of room on the left, or excuse me, the right. It dips in on the right, so you can run out of fairway a little bit in that corner. I used to lay up right along this area, but these freaking signs, you just can't risk it. I mean, if you're in between them, you're fine, but hell, you get caught. They're so close right there. What the fuck are you doing, dude? What were they doing? Perfect. Perfecto. All right. I'm going to take this shot, I believe, straight up. Okay, right where I want to be. Right where I want to be. .9 divided by 1 point, I think it's 1.4. 376. There's 3, 8. Hitting it perfect. 2 perfects in a row. Jeez. I'm going to ruin my reputation. Right where I wanted to be. Now, we still have work to be done. I have missed this shot in the past. Not very many times, but I have missed it. It is possible. I still have work to get done. My opponent was able to get it done with a katana, maybe. Yep. That'd be a nice little run out. Very nice. Oh, nice, nice. Very nice, my friend. Jeez, the dramatic effect with the signs. I think that's why they put them up around the green, so that they could do the drama. I just have no idea what... I saw the thing, I did a video yesterday with the new ball stuff that's coming out, where we're now going to have 10 Powerballs. I'm surprised that they're making this change, that they didn't come out and they didn't say, hey, look, we're going to come out with a new deal, and we're going to have 12 Powerballs. And if you've got a 5 Powerball now, it's going to equate out to a 10 Powerball and leave a slot open for new stuff down the road. Now, this does give them the opportunity. I was looking out there, what was it, plus 31 with a Power 5 ball? And it's plus 16 with a Power 3. So this is a 5 and this is a 3. So a 4 is in between that. So now we're going to be able to slice those into it. It just gives Playdemic a bigger opportunity. They're running out of ideas. They're running out of ball options, so this gives them the opportunity to come out with some 9 Powerballs. Just think of all the different ways that they could make money in this game, and they always seem to choose the ones that screw us over. All right, hole number 6. We're just on a flat track here. We're not picking shit up. This is going to be I'll be lucky if I come in 90th. All right, we do have a shot right here. We do. And I am going to make Dale Appleby happy, and I'm going to take my Big Topper. And balls, I'm going to take a Kingmaker. Heartbreaker. And what am I doing here? I'm pulling back to the plus 8 mark. 6.5 top spin. 5 1/4 rings off. Plus 25. 1.25 times whatever the wind is. Divided by Big Topper. 1.8. $1.8 per ring. No, excuse me. No, I looked at it wrong. Am I looking at that right? Oh, yeah. I was looking at numbers for one club, and I was like, why are the numbers reversed? Why are we getting smaller as we go towards... We should be getting bigger. All right, 5.5 rings off. Plus 8 mark. How much top spin? 6, 3, 4, 5, 6... and a little. 3.1, 2.15 rings. Max curl. Perfect. I think it's going to be all about distance here. I did add a little. I was doing 6 topspin, and I did add a little. I'm trying to. My angle's still not where I like it, but that will work. That will. I'm gonna just take the shot straight up. In the past, when this hole first came out, we were taking a little bit of wind off. Like 5%, 10%, but I'm not sure that that's working now. It's like they've gone in and they've changed. I'm not so sure this isn't a course that they have. I'm not sure if we have alternate pin placements on this course or not, but it does seem it's playing different. Max Club. Do I have enough room? I'll make enough room. 1.9 divided by 1.2. 1.58 rings. .6 rings. Here's 1.6. Off. I knew I wasn't ready, and I released anyways. My brain was trying to tell my finger, and in the microsecond it took for the synaptus to tell my brain, don't tell my hand. My hand went, screw you. I'm union, man. I'm on the job. The thing I like about a Thorn is it has great ball guide. And I'm not exactly sure. I see a lot of people, the only way they ever play their Thorn is with backspin. It's like, hey, and I will tell you, this is not a good spot to backspin, because if they miss the cup, and they made it, there's a good chance they could roll down that hill. They could have ran it up there and it'd have been a lot safer. I know they made it, so I mean that's good, but the deal is that shot on that particular hole with that hill in front of you right there, if you miss it and it sucks it back down that hill even just a little, it can roll all the way off the green into the sand. And with the ball guide that's on there and where they were at, they could have just ran it up to the cup. That club is not a one-trick pony, but most people treat it like it is a one-trick pony. All right, what is hole number 7? Whatever it is, let's make this hole. Let's make it. I need a sniper, and I need a katana. I'm doing plus 35 to the cup and 5 backspin. 1.35 times whatever the wind is. Select. Play. Wherever I'm at in my club, 5 backspin. I go first. I go first. There's max, there's min. I'm at mid club. So 4.2 divided by 1.1. 5.15 rings. Three, 4, 5 backspin. .15 rings. Oh shit, I am way screwed. And I hit it perfect with. I can't believe I had to just make a move. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it proper. Man, am I just having a rough time today? Am I a rookie? I am. I must be. I must be. See if my opponent can get in there. Man, that was horrid. Horrid. Is that 3.5 rings? With the big dog? That'll roll off, but they should be okay on the fringe. See if we can make the putt. It's always a question. At least for me it is. For most people, you just take your putts and you never miss. I missed a lot of putts over the years. 100 at least. I used to get up early. We used to have a pin chest. You could play, if you made 9 putts, then you could open up your pin chest. We didn't have all of the stuff that was out there now. I try and get up in the morning and play 9 to get it out of the way. What's funny is if you made it from distance, that didn't count because you needed the pin. You needed to make a putt. You usually had to play like 11 or 12 rounds in order to make get it right. Hole number 8. What is hole number 8? Which way's the wind blowing? All right. All right, we do have a shot. We do have a shot. .2. I'm just gonna pull the wind, I think. Let me make sure I got the right bag. Need an APOC. Got all my bags screwed up. Okay. Ruth's Rebels. Aaron goes first. Par 5, Precision 2. See where they go here. They're just trying to do the rough bump to come out there on the end. Man, I can never tell when people eyeball, because that just looked like such a narrow little area down there that if your trajectory's even off just a little bit, it's going to do exactly what it did right there. You're either going to miss and bounce over and get caught in the sand, or you're going to hit on the tee box side and get caught in the sand. All right, 2-7. Let's push the forward distance back on there. And let's see if we can get her over. Maybe. If I can make the first bounce, I might have a shot. Perfect. I still have a ton of work to do from right there, but it's work that can be done. It is work that can be done. See if my opponent can get it in. Perfect. That was dead center perfect too. Nice. Very nice. Nice shot. There's max. There's mid. I'm a mid club. .1 divided by 2.4. 1.7 rings. There's 1, 5, 6, 7. Isn't it perfect? Woo! In the hole. Look at that. It only took 8 holes before I finally made one. Jeez. Good game. Good game. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. All right. At least we picked up one. At least I can hang my hat on. Hey, I picked up one. What more do you want? All right, let's pick up 2. Let's pick up 2. Let's see which way the wind's blowing here. That wind works. Okay, I'm going to... We might as well. Let's see here. Power. And topspin. What do I got? I'm going to... Let me think here. Let me look at my ball inventory here. I'm going to have to think about this for a second. I'm going to bring one of those. I'm going to bring that bag right there, and if I have to use that cataclysm, something went horribly wrong. Horribly wrong. Horribly. We're just having some fun here, so... We'll see if we can get down in there. I tried it yesterday in Pro, and I damn near made it. And what I'm trying to do is, if you look to the right, way down there by the green, there's not this pad right here, but the one that's further down there that we can barely see. I'm going to try and get down to that. Now you can get to that pad right there with a 3 power ball. It is possible. Perfect. That was not perfect. That was perfect. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't exactly what they were looking for, I can guarantee you that. Four or 5. 4 point. I'm just going to do 4 or 5. I'm going to push 2 rings of that power back on. And we'll see how far down there we can get. Almost made it. Almost. Dang it. That was close. Close. Dang it. Almost there. Almost. I think they did come out with I think they did come out with a secondary pin placement for this course. It always mystifies me. This game's been out for 7 years. The wind ring method's been out for 6 3/4 of those 7 years, and there's still how many people don't use the wind ring method. There's Max. Max, mid. I'm about mid. 5.6 divided by 4. One and a quarter rings. Oh, excuse me. 1.4 rings. Ah, I thought I hit that perfect when I released it. It was close. It was one ring to the right. Arrgh. I would have liked to have made that down there. I was farther away in my pro account, and I had to use overpower to get down in there, but it looked like in rookie you could make it, and you almost can. And I did very little overpower there. I could have tried to overpower up on that to try and get a little bit more forward distance, or I put in 2 rings of the wind, and there's several things I could have did on that to try and enhance that shot a little bit. I don't really like wasting those toss and boost balls, but I wanted to take that shot at least once this week where I brought out the right stuff and went for it. That's not gonna do anything at all here. 15 at the top, and I'm sure that by the time this is done, that's going to be, sheesh. I'll be lucky if that's a top 20. Well, maybe. Let's see what the tiebreaker difference is. I did come in with a 14, so I back to my, I had a better score in the qualifying round. We'll see where that puts me. We'll get some points for the clan. All right, there you have it. I'm not sure that was a successful round in it, but that's how these 9-hole cups go. You got to fire off. You just got to be on your game on the Saturday for the final round, and you just got to sink everything. And I did not give myself that type of opportunity where I sink everything. I didn't do it. I didn't. I'd blame myself, but why would I do that? I'm going to blame my stylus. I'm going to change the tip on my stylus because this tip obviously didn't do me right. Get these replacement tips. All right, there you have it. That was a round. It wasn't a good round, but it was a round. I still have a couple accounts to play, and I may play later on this afternoon. I got some stuff to do today, and we will see how it goes, but I wanted to make sure I got one round in no matter what. And there we have it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, leave a comment, do all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one.